There are two sets of data. The mean of the first is 15, the mean of the second is 20. We don't know how many pieces of data we've got, and actually we'll never know. But we are told then that one of the pieces of data from the first is exchanged with one from the second, and as a result, the mean of the first goes up, the mean of the second goes down by these amounts. What's the mean of the set made by combining all the data? I wasn't quite sure how to do this question at first, so I just thought, let's write down what we know. I'm going to say that I'm summing x for the first one. I'm going to divide by some number of data points, and that's going to equal 15. And that means the sum of all my data from the first set is going to be 15n. And then for the second, it's going to be very similar sort of thing. The sum of y, let's say, over m is going to equal 20. So the sum of y is going to equal 20m. So I'm going to go for it like step by step now. So if I take the first data set and I exchange, so that means, let's say that I've got a data point x here and a data point y here, and we're gonna swap them. What then happens? So I'm gonna have my sum of x, but I'm gonna be minusing x because it's no longer there, but then I'm gonna be adding y. And I've got the same amount of data, so if I then divide by n, I'm now gonna have 16. And that means the sum of x minus capital X plus y is equal to 16n. Actually, remember, this is 15n, so what it tells me is that y minus x is equal to n. That's a little result that I get out of it. And let's do the second one. The sum of y, then I'm minusing y, then adding x, and still divided by the same number, is now going to equal 17. So then the sum of y minus y plus x is going to be 17m. This here is equal to 20m. So then y or minus y plus x is going to be minus 3m. That means y minus x is going to be 3m. And that's really useful because what that actually tells us is that n is equal to 3m. We now have a comparison between the number of amount of data in each set. And it's actually enough to be able to complete this problem, because now if I want to find the mean when I'm summing all of the data, it's going to be the sum of x plus the sum of y divided by the total amount of data. So that will be 15n plus 20m over n plus m. But remember, I now know that n is equal to 3m. So let me sub in for n, replace them all by 3m. Then I'm going to get 45m plus 20m, that's 65m. And then it'll be 3m plus m, so I'll be dividing by 4m. So I get 65 over 4. And that is going to be, well, 64 over 4 is 16, so it's going to become 16 and a quarter, yeah, which is how they've left it. So that is our answer. Well done.